Do you know where the pristine beauty has been preserved after thousands of years? Where history and legend blend together to create a vivid picture in the heart of the Central Asian desert. That is Uzbekistan, a mysterious gem lying quietly under the brilliant golden sunlight of the ancient Silk Road. From ancient cities like Samarkand, Bokhara to Khiva, where time seems to stand still, every step you take on this land will touch untold stories, secrets waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to embark on a journey to discover the land where the past and present become one? Don't miss the chance to experience the pristine beauty and genuine soul of Uzbekistan. What do you think about this unique country? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Uzbekistan is located in the heart of Central Asia, a landlocked country surrounded by Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan. With its strategic location on the ancient Silk Road, Uzbekistan was once an important bridge between East and West, connecting cultures, trade, and glorious history. The diverse terrain from vast deserts, fertile plains to the majestic Tian Shan and Pamir mountain ranges creates a rich natural picture, and at the same time deeply affects the unique life and culture of the people here. In addition to the vast deserts and magnificent ancient cities, Uzbekistan also has a majestic natural beauty that few people know about. From the majestic Tian Shan mountain range stretching far into the horizon, to the vast blue Adarkal Lake, this country offers nature lovers an enchanting colorful picture. The Tian Shan Mountains are not only a wall to block the wind, but also a symbol of intense vitality. Where the silver-white snow-capped peaks reign, the lush green valleys are home to many rare species of flora and fauna. Standing on those mountain peaks, you can feel the peace blending with the full power of nature, making your soul recharged, finding yourself. Adarkal Lake, a green gem in the middle of the vast desert, is like a magical miracle, bringing life to the arid land. The lake's calm surface reflects the clear sky, making every sunrise and sunset here become sacred, endless moments. Here, you can hear the birds chirping, feel the fragrance of the sky, and the smell of green grasslands, like a gentle harmony of nature. Uzbekistan's nature is not only a landscape to admire, but also a soul connected to history and people. Every mountain, every river, every valley bears the footprints of generations of heroes, poets, farmers who have preserved and cultivated this land over the centuries. Whether you are a stranger or a pilgrim, when you set foot on Uzbekistan, you will not only be immersed in the majestic beauty but also feel the warmth, hospitality, and compassionate soul of the people here. Let Uzbekistan become your destination to explore the wonderful natural wonders, immerse yourself in the majesty of the mountains, the gentleness of the lakes, and the richness of traditional culture. This is a place where nature and history together write endless stories, inviting hearts with a passion for adventure and a thirst for authentic experiences. Samarkand, the shining pearl of the East, is not just a place name, but also a living witness to thousands of years of ups and downs in history. This place was once the dream of Alexander the Great conqueror, witnessed the fierce destruction of Genghis Khan, and then was reborn under the brilliant hands of Timur, the famous emperor who turned Samarkand into a brilliant center of civilization and art. This ancient city carries within it stories that are not only told in books, but also engraved in every brick, every blue dome sparkling under the sunlight. Every corner of Samarkand's market is an interwoven story, every hand-embroidered carpet contains a soul. Uzbekistan is not only a land, a people, but also a treasure trove of vivid memories preserved over time. The delicate patterns on each piece of ceramic, the melodious sound of the dutar echoing through the quiet nights, along with the strong scent of herbs and spices from the flea market stalls, all blend together to create a multidimensional picture, both ancient and imbued with identity. And when each person sets foot in this country, even just once in their life, their soul will carry with it a magical blue light, a light that only Uzbekistan has. It is the harmony of history and the present, the spirit of resilient people and ancient culture, the feeling of slowing down, to listen to every breath of Central Asia. Samarkand, with all its magic, not only awaits you to visit but also invites you to become a part of the eternal story called Uzbekistan. There are cities that never fade from human memory. Not because of their bright lights, but because of their gentle but everlasting light, the light of history, of the soul of human civilization. Uzbekistan, the heart of Central Asia, is home to three ancient gems, three cities that are not just landmarks, but eternal symbols: Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva. Each city is an epic poem written in bricks, stones, blood and dreams, surviving dynasties, transcending time, and continuing to whisper its story to those who listen. Samarkand, the soul of the Timurian Empire, is not just a city, but a declaration of power, aesthetics, and the desire for beauty. Registan Square, with three majestic madrasas rising high into the sky, opens up a surreal space where every brick tells a story. Guriyamir Mausoleum, where Emperor Timur rests, is not just a burial place, but a monument to the immortality of human aspirations. Samarkand is the dream of kings, a vivid picture blending Islamic architecture and Persian spirit, a place that is both majestic and enchantingly dreamy. Leaving Samarkand is entering another page of history: Bukhara, the shining torch of knowledge and faith. With a history of more than 2,500 years, this city was once the largest center of theology, philosophy, and commerce in the region. The towering minaret towers once made Mongol armies pause because of their undeniable majesty. This is the hometown of Muslim sages, such as Avicenna, the founder of modern medicine. Walking among the ancient madrasa, you will feel the whisper of books, of ideas, and of the sacred silence imbued in each red-baked brick. And finally, Khiva, a city that seems to have come out of a fairy tale. Located in the heart of the desert, Khiva is a living museum, where time seems to stand still. Yellow clay walls surround the small alleys, where residents still live as their ancestors did. Khiva does not change to please the present, but the present must change to be worthy of touching it. Every step in the ancient city is a step through time, where the story of 1001 nights never ends. 3 cities, 3 souls, 3 epic chapters. And you, who are listening, may be the next storyteller. Uzbekistan welcomes you not only as a visitor, but as an inheritor, bringing back the blue lights of history and letting them live forever in your heart. In Uzbekistan, music is not just a melody, but a soul. The Uzbeks have a saying, "A day without the sound of the dudur is a day without sunshine." Music permeates every rhythm of life, every breeze on the steppe, every family meal, every story told at sunset. For them, the sound of the dudur is not just to listen to, but to feel, to remember, to live. Dance is not just a performance, but a prayer sent to heaven and earth. And hospitality is the language of the heart, the way they show respect to guests, to ancestors, and to the vast universe. Try to be silent for a moment before the lasgi, dance, an intangible cultural heritage recognized by UNESCO. In each soft hand movement are the curves of the wind, the wisdom of the mother, the light of the sun in the desert. Each dance step is a story. As fingers draw in the air as if writing ancient poetry, you are no longer a spectator, you are invited into a world of the spirit, where time dissolves into the music. From the legend of the Huma bird, a symbol of happiness and rebirth, to the heroic anecdotes passed down through generations, the soul of the Uzbek people is woven with an invisible thread between the present and the past. Like the traditional carpets they still weave by hand, brilliant, sophisticated, resilient and proud, the culture here is not ostentatious but deeply rooted, not noisy but immortal. And you, if you have a day to set foot here, don't just go to see. Listen. Feel. Because maybe, with just a beat of dudur, a smile, you will bring back a part of Uzbekistan in your own soul. You can forget a street, a strange name, but not the taste. Taste is a living memory, a delicate touch between the present and the past. And in Uzbekistan, cuisine is where those memories are most deeply preserved. Here, each dish is not just to fill the stomach but to nourish the soul. Plov, the famous rice dish, is the soul of Uzbek cuisine. More than just a dish, plov is a ritual. It is a gathering place for family, for friends, for blessings on important occasions, weddings, birthdays, or even farewells. Each grain of rice is slowly cooked, absorbing the flavor of meat, carrots, spices and thyme, as if each grain is a seed of memory being nurtured. Samsa, a hot-baked cake, is like a warm hand from a mother at the end of the alley. And lagman, soft noodles in a rich broth, is a gentle hug from a stranger, becoming familiar after a meal. Uzbek cuisine is not fussy, not flashy. But it has something that not every place has: emotions. Each dish is a story, each table is a place to return to. And if you have ever tasted it, you will not only remember the taste, you will also remember the people who shared it with you. Amid the dust of millennia of history, a new wind is blowing through Uzbekistan, youthful, bold, but not lacking in identity. The brick streets of Bukhara are now filled with the footsteps of tech engineers. The ancient houses of Khiva resonate with Wi-Fi and Zoom calls. Young Uzbeks are not just preserving the past, they are turning it into a foundation for the future. From the heart of heritage, tech startups are sprouting, like proud green shoots in the desert. Startup ideas are being nurtured in tea houses, university classrooms, open-plan workspaces where tradition and innovation breathe the same air. Universities like Tashkent University or Westminster International University do more than teach knowledge, they open the door to the world, taking Uzbeks far and wide. And you know what? The Lazgi dance is still there, but now it's on TikTok. It's still hands in the air, but the audience is millions of hearts from all over the world. Tradition is not left behind, it's going hand in hand with technology, speed, dreams. Uzbekistan today is a symphony of the ancient and the modern. A country that can listen to the dudur in a small village and code blockchain in the heart of the city. And at that intersection, Uzbeks young, confident, and inspired are rewriting their own map, standing tall like the Kalan Tower against the endless blue sky. In Uzbekistan, culture is not found in books, it is alive in every thread, every carving, every piece of hand-embroidered fabric. The artisans here do more than create by hand, they breathe life into history, preserving thousands of years of memories with their own hands. From the vibrant traditional woven carpets to the ancient clay pottery, every detail is imbued with reverence for ancestors and nature. Hold an Uzbek carpet in your hands. You will not only feel the softness of the wool, but also feel the passage of time through each pattern. The patterns are not random, they symbolize family, harvest, love, and hope. Each carpet is a story, and the artisan is the keeper of the memory of an entire nation. And the hand-embroidered costumes with gold and silver threads, that is not just fashion, but heritage. Uzbeks often say, "Mother's hand embroiders, I take it to marry a wife." Tradition is not confined to museums, but goes with the breath of life present in festivals, in activities, in every sweet smile. Here, a ceramic vase can tell more stories than a book. And an embroidered scarf can preserve feelings for 3 generations. Uzbekistan does not just make handicrafts, they create souls. And you will feel it the first time you touch it. In Uzbekistan, festivals are not just occasions for celebration, but moments when people come together with the earth, with their ancestors, and with their own inner selves. Sacred Islamic rituals are preserved in the heart of every village, every family, where prayers resound with the dawn, where faith is not in dogma, but shines in every daily act of kindness. And when spring comes, the whole country awakens with the Navroz festival, the traditional Uzbek New Year, also a symbol of revival. On every street, the bright colors of embroidery, the sweet scent of shumalak cakes, and the bustling sounds of folk music intertwine like an endless song. Children dance in the sunlight, adults exchange greetings, and the elderly recount ancient legends to the melodious sounds of the dudur. Festivals in Uzbekistan are not flashy and fleeting, but are imbued with the depth of a living culture. Their faith is inseparable from life, but is like an underground river that nourishes every step. And if you ever get a chance to immerse yourself in that atmosphere, you will understand, people here do not just live, they live with tradition, and make tradition live forever in the hearts of those who come after them. Uzbekistan is more than a destination on a map, it is a living journey, where past and present intertwine like silk thread across the desert. This is a land where history does not sleep in books, but is alive in every brick, every blue dome, every warm greeting from the locals. When you set foot in Samarkand, the city that captivated Alexander the Great, you will not only see the architecture, but also feel the soul of an empire that was once a center of wisdom and art. In Bukhara, you will hear the whispers of scholars, where the light of knowledge has shone for centuries. And within the yellow walls of Khiva, you will step into a living fairy tale, where time slows down so you can hear the beat of history. But Uzbekistan is not just a heritage. The nature here, from the majestic Tian Shan Mountains to the blue Adarkal Lake, opens another chapter of wild beauty. The people here still preserve the traditional Lazgi dance, still breathe life into every dish, every embroidered carpet, as if every detail has a mission to tell a story. And then, amidst that beauty, you will realize, Uzbekistan not only opens the door to a great culture, but also the door that leads you back to yourself. Because if you've ever dreamed of a land where the story never ends, Uzbekistan is waiting for you, under the shadow of the silkworm dragon, where legends still breathe. Hello everyone, welcome to httravel's Discovery Travel channel. Today, let's take our adventure ticket and take a flight back to Kenya, where wild nature, vibrant culture, and unique stories are waiting for us to discover. Kenya is not only the land of great migrations or majestic lions, but also a place that holds secrets that will make you exclaim in amazement. From the international airport located in the heart of a national park to the unique way of planting trees to cover the earth, Kenya will make you unable to take your eyes off. If you are excited, please click like, leave a comment to share your feelings, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any journey. And now, let's start our journey with a destination that I bet you've never heard of anywhere else in the world. First, we'll land at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, the vibrant capital of Kenya. This is not just any airport, but a gateway to a world where modernity and wilderness blend together in a magical way. What makes this place special? The airport is right next to Nairobi National Park, a real national park where lions roar, rhinos stroll, and cheetahs lurk just a few kilometers from the runway. Imagine landing after a long flight, looking out the window, and suddenly catching sight of a herd of zebras grazing leisurely, or even a silhouette of a lion looming in the red sunset. Is it a hello from nature that you can never forget? Jomo Kenyatta Airport is not only a hub for millions of visitors each year, but also a symbol of the unique spirit of Kenya, a country that knows how to preserve its wild beauty in the heart of the city. Just step out of the terminal and you can start your safari, as Nairobi National Park is less than 7 kilometers away. This is the only national park in the world located in a major capital city, offering a rare opportunity to see the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, and buffalo, without leaving the hustle and bustle of the city. Just imagine watching elephants slowly move across the savannah in the morning, and enjoying a cup of aromatic coffee in a small cafe in the heart of Nairobi in the afternoon. This park also has interesting stories. Established in 1946, Nairobi National Park was Kenya's first national park, and it has become an important conservation area for wildlife, especially the endangered black rhino. The Nairobi skyline, with its skyscrapers looming in the distance, makes for a striking contrast when you stand in the middle of the savannah and watch wildebeest run amok. The park is also a great place for photography, with angles that capture both nature and urban sprawl in the same frame. It's this juxtaposition that makes Nairobi the perfect starting point for any Kenyan adventure, whether you're a seasoned explorer or just starting out. When it comes to wildlife, few places in the world can compare to Kenya, a land blessed by nature, where every dawn opens a new chapter in the epic of animals and plants. If you are looking for a place where nature remains untouched, where the roar of lions blends with the sound of the wind blowing through the grasslands, then Kenya is the gift that the natural world has in store for you. It is no coincidence that Kenya is known as the heart of African safari. The country owns more than 50 national parks and wildlife reserves, accounting for 7.6% of the total land area, according to statistics from the Kenya Wildlife Service. These are not only tourist attractions, but also invaluable biological treasures, home to thousands of rare wildlife species and rich ecosystems, stretching from savanna to high mountains, from swamps to arid deserts. Among the outstanding parks, it is impossible not to mention the Masai Mara Reserve, a name that has become a legend among safari lovers. This is where the Great Migration takes place, one of the most spectacular natural phenomena on the planet. Every year, around July to October, more than 1.5 million wildebeest, zebra, and gazelle move together from Tanzania's Serengeti National Park to the Masai Mara region in search of fresh grass. This journey is not only life in motion, but also a symphony of survival when the herds have to cross the Mara River, where crocodiles lie in wait under the water, while lions and leopards lurk on the banks. If you have the opportunity to witness that moment, you will see that nature, in its fierceness, also has its own extraordinary beauty. Not far from the Masai Mara lies Amboseli National Park, a spectacular sight. Herds of elephants slowly traversing the dusty landscape, while the snow-capped Mount Kilimanjaro looms in the distance, Africa's tallest mountain, despite actually being in Tanzania. It's a vivid picture where natural beauty and grandeur blend perfectly. If you like wide open spaces and biodiversity, Tsavo, Kenya's largest national park, is a must-see. Divided into Tsavo East and Tsavo West, the area boasts a diverse landscape, from arid red plains to lush green swamps, from the meandering Galana River to waterfalls and ancient volcanic caves. Tsavo is also where you can see red elephants because they often bathe in the red dirt typical of this region. With its remarkable biodiversity, rich ecosystems, and breathtaking landscapes, Kenya is truly a paradise for nature and wildlife lovers. But more than that, it is a place where we can reconnect with our Mother Earth, with a natural world that was once so close, but has become so rare in modern life. If you think Kenya is all about golden savannas and lush green forests, then Turkana will change your mind. Nestled in the northern part of the Great Rift Valley, where there seems to be only scorching sun and dust, there is a spectacular wonder called Lake Turkana, the largest desert lake on the planet, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. With an area of over 6,000 square kilometers, the lake stretches like a giant mirror, reflecting the bright sunlight with a brilliant emerald green color, standing out against the arid, rugged landscape of volcanic rock. That is why the locals affectionately call it the Jade Sea, a beautiful and worthy name. However, Turkana is not only a land of captivating nature. This land also has a profound scientific and historical significance. Surrounding the lake is Siboloi National Park, where archaeologists have excavated a series of fossils related to human evolution, notably the skeleton of Turkana Boy, a groundbreaking discovery of Homo erectus, helping humanity understand more about its own origins and ancestors. With this discovery, Turkana is not only a tourist destination, but also the first page of the book of human history. Ecologically, Lake Turkana is home to over 350 bird species and many endemic animals. Most notable are the giant Nile crocodiles, considered the largest in Africa, and the Turkana water snakes, which are only found in this area. The life that thrives here is a testament to the ability of nature to adapt to harsh conditions. But the journey to Turkana is not easy. With its rugged terrain, dry climate, and limited transport infrastructure, you will need a sturdy off-road vehicle, plenty of water, and especially an adventurous spirit. The rough roads, red dust, and scorching sun can be tiring, but the reward is priceless: a view of a calm lake surrounded by ancient volcanoes, where the sky and the land seem to merge. And then, when you stop at a small village by the lake, you will be greeted by the gentle smiles of the Turkana people, one of the indigenous peoples who have lived here for hundreds of years. Despite the harsh life, the Turkana people still maintain their traditional lifestyle, with their distinctive dress, colorful necklaces, and a way of life completely connected to nature. They raise goats, sheep, and even crocodiles, part of the lake's livelihood. The houses made of branches and mud, along with stories told by word of mouth from generation to generation, will make you feel the deep connection between people and this land. Coming to Turkana is not just a trip to see the scenery, but a journey back to the most original things: pristine nature, ancient history, and admirable human resilience. For those who have passed half of their life and are looking for a place not only to see, but also to feel, Turkana is the place. Hidden behind that appearance of pristine nature, Kenya is also a silent giant in the agricultural industry, especially in the coffee growing and exporting industry, a fragrant treasure that not everyone knows about. When it comes to coffee, we may immediately think of famous countries like Brazil, Ethiopia, or Colombia. But few people expect that Kenya is also on the list of the world's leading coffee exporters. In 2024, Kenya exported more than $60 million worth of coffee, a significant number for an economy that relies mainly on agriculture. And what is worth mentioning here is not just quantity, but quality, because Kenyan coffee is highly appreciated by experts around the world. What makes Kenyan coffee special is the terrain and climate. The highlands of Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Kiambu or Mount Elgon with their ideal altitude, fertile volcanic soil, and the alternating sun and rain have created an ideal environment for Arabica coffee plants to grow. The result is coffee beans with a very distinct flavor, rich, slightly sour, sweet aftertaste and fruity or floral aroma, making coffee connoisseurs around the world fascinated. But here's what makes many people laugh: Kenyans don't actually drink much coffee. You didn't hear wrong. Despite being a famous coffee-producing country, most Kenyans prefer milk tea or strong black tea. The reason comes from the habit formed during the British colonial period, when tea was the most popular drink, especially chai, tea mixed with milk and sugar, boiled directly with ginger or spices. Coffee, on the other hand, is considered a luxury product, mainly for export, bringing in valuable income for the country. This creates an interesting paradox: a country that grows some of the world's finest coffee, but its people rarely drink it. Those expensive, premium Kenyan coffees are mainly enjoyed in Europe, America or Asia, where the brand Kenyan coffee has become a guarantee of quality. For the elderly or those who have experienced many cultures, this can bring a gentle reflection that value sometimes lies not in what we have, but in how the world receives it. And Kenya, with its silence and perseverance, has quietly given the world a wonderful gift: a small drop of coffee, but containing the soul of the land and sky of Africa. If you think Kenya's agriculture is all about aromatic coffee, let me tell you about another surprising industry, an industry that smells and blooms: cut flower exports. Yes, you heard right. Kenya, a land of sunshine and savanna, is one of the world's 5 largest flower exporters, especially roses and carnations. The heart of this flower industry is the Lake Naivasha region, located at an altitude of nearly 2,000 meters above sea level, where the climate is cool all year round, the soil is fertile, and the sunlight is abundant, 3 ideal factors for flower fields to grow all year round without using too much artificial energy. Giant greenhouses stretching for dozens of hectares on the lake shore are where red, white, yellow, pink roses are carefully nurtured, day by day and hour by hour, in preparation for a long journey across the ocean. These vibrant flowers are not only a symbol of love and romance, but also a source of livelihood for thousands of Kenyan families. The flower industry employs more than 100,000 people, the majority of whom are women. On flower farms, they tend, prune, sort and package each flower with exceptional care and skill. For many rural women, this is a rare opportunity to earn a steady income, be financially independent and support their children in school. Every day, millions of flowers are shipped from Naivasha to Nairobi International Airport, and then flown to major markets in Europe, the Middle East and even Asia. You might be surprised to learn that the bouquets you see in Amsterdam, Berlin, Dubai or Tokyo, especially on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day or Christmas, were most likely picked from a farm on Lake Naivasha just days earlier. Each petal, each scent, is not just a commercial product, but also the crystallization of Kenyan sunshine, the hard work of local people, and a quiet love of natural beauty. Kenya's flower industry is a testament to how a country can combine natural potential and human effort to reach out to the world without noise, without fanfare, but persistently and inspiringly. And for those who appreciate simple, delicate beauty, a rose from Naivasha is not just a gift of love, it is also the story of a country that blossoms in the most ordinary of things. Amid the challenges of climate change, environmental degradation, and widespread desertification, Kenyans have not sat still. They chose a very personal approach, both simple and creative, but full of humanity and long-term effectiveness. One of the most prominent initiatives is the planting of forests using seed balls, small pieces of soil that contain green hope for the future. This seemingly simple idea was developed by Seed Balls Kenya to address deforestation and soil degradation in many parts of Kenya, particularly in the Masai Mara, Samburu, and arid northern regions. Each seed ball is a small clay ball containing native plant seeds, biochar, and a little compost. All of this is wrapped neatly in a thick clay shell that acts as a natural armor, protecting the seeds from insects, birds, and harsh weather conditions. The special thing here is the way those seed balls are scattered on the ground. No complicated machinery or elaborate techniques are needed. They are dropped from helicopters, small planes, or even by hand, by local communities, especially schoolchildren, farmers, and conservation groups. They are simply thrown into the natural environment, and once it rains, the clay layer dissolves, revealing the seeds ready to sprout. No watering, no digging, no special care, just time and nature doing its part. Since the program began, millions of seed balls have been distributed across Kenya. Arid lands gradually revive with the green of acacia trees, rain trees, or native tree species that have the ability to improve soil and retain water. The initiative not only restores vegetation, but also reduces soil erosion, increases moisture, and supports the return of wildlife. But perhaps the most touching aspect is the community aspect. Seed ball planting is no longer just an activity for environmentalists. It has become a part of school education, community activities, and even the nature conservation culture of modern Kenyans. Children learn that planting a seed today is an investment in their own future. Adults understand that every small act, even throwing a tiny ball of soil, can help save an entire ecosystem. This is not just a story about environmental protection, it is also a gentle but profound reminder that life always starts from simple things. One seed, one drop of rain, one hand sowing, and a whole forest can grow from it. If you are a sports enthusiast, you must have heard of Eliud Kipchoge, the Kenyan marathon legend. On October 12, 2019, at the special event Ineos 159 Challenge in Vienna, Austria, Kipchoge made history by becoming the first person in the world to run a marathon in under 2 hours, with a time of 1 hour 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Although not recognized as an official record because it did not follow international competition standards, this achievement is still considered an iconic milestone in the history of sports. What accounts for this superiority? The answer lies in a unique ethnic group called the Kalenjin, who live primarily in the Rift Valley, a plateau that stretches across central Kenya. In the sporting world, the Kalenjin are known as the Olympic medal factory, with their rate of professional athletes and medal winners far exceeding that of any other ethnic group in the world. A unique combination of genetics, environment, rigorous training culture, and community spirit has created this magic. In Kenya, running is more than just a sport, it is a way out of poverty, a pathway to education, and a source of pride for the entire community. Many of the runners come from poor families and live in remote villages, but with their legs and determination, they have risen to become national icons and inspirations to the world. Each medal they win represents not just an individual, but a symbol of Kenyan ambition, sacrifice, and indomitable spirit. So we have just completed a magical journey through Kenya, where every step is a story. From the airport in the middle of the wild, the reserves full of life, to the vast desert lakes, the fragrant coffee beans, the colorful flower fields, the balls of seeds reviving the green forest, the unique Maasai customs, and the steely spirit of the athletes. Kenya is not just a destination on the map, but an experience that changes your perspective on people, nature, and life. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the world with me. Which country do you want me to tell you about in the next journey? Leave a comment. See you on the next trip. Have you ever heard of a country where walnuts are considered gold? A landlocked, not famous country, but will make you remember forever just because of a handful of nuts. Humbled between Romania and Ukraine, despite being small and little mentioned by the world, Moldova is often forgotten on the world tourism map. But behind its humble appearance, Moldova hides countless wonders, from fertile walnut fields, the world's largest wine cellar, to unique customs and rich history. Join us on a journey to discover the aspects that make Moldova so unique and interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment your feelings below. Before we begin our story about Moldova, let's take a look at its geography and climate. It is a country in Eastern Europe, with an area of approximately 33,846 square kilometers, making it one of the smallest countries in Europe. Geographically, Moldova is surrounded by two larger neighboring countries, Romania to the west and Ukraine to the north, east and south. This location has not only given Moldova diverse cultural influences, but has also been strategically important in the history of the region. Much of Moldova is made up of plains and low hills, with a gently rolling terrain that is conducive to agriculture, particularly viticulture and winemaking, one of the country's most important industries. The Dniester River is one of the main rivers of Moldova, flowing from north to south and playing an important role in providing water for irrigation as well as for the daily life of the people. In addition, the Prut River, which forms a natural border between Moldova and Romania, is also an important source of water. Although it has no coastline, Moldova still has many beautiful natural landscapes, with forests, valleys and hills creating a peaceful and close-knit natural picture. Moldova's climate is temperate continental, with 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn and winter. Summer typically lasts from June to August, with average temperatures ranging from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, with some days reaching over 30 degrees Celsius, especially in the southern plains. Summers are dry and sunny, making them ideal for outdoor activities and farm tourism. Winters, from December to February, are quite cold, with average temperatures ranging from -3 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius, with snowfall in many areas, but generally not as severe as some other Eastern European countries. Spring and autumn are the two most pleasant seasons, when the climate is cool and nature is ablaze with color. Spring brings new life with budding trees and blooming flowers, while autumn is the ideal time for grape harvest and traditional festivals. Annual rainfall in Moldova averages around 500 to 700 millimeters, unevenly distributed and concentrated mainly in the spring and early summer months. The favorable geographical location and mild climate have made Moldova an ideal land for agriculture, especially the world-famous traditional wine industry. This is also one of the factors that create the cultural identity and rustic lifestyle, close to nature of the Moldovan people. First, stop by the vast walnut fields, where Moldova has established itself as one of the world's leading walnut producers. Thanks to its temperate climate and Chernozem soil, a fertile soil known as the king of soils, Moldova produces rich, delicious walnuts, which are considered the brown gold of the country. Walnuts are not only an agricultural product but also the soul of Moldovan culture, present in every aspect of life, from cuisine to traditional rituals. Imagine yourself walking through a bustling market in Chisinau, where sacks of fresh walnuts waft sweetly. With a warm smile, the vendors will tell you how they use walnuts in kozanak, a traditional pastry, or as a filling for savory dishes. Moreover, walnuts are also present at festivals, given as gifts symbolizing health and prosperity. These nuts not only delight the taste buds but also act as a cultural bridge, uniting Moldovan communities for generations. Moldova's walnut industry is expanding its reach in the international market. Products such as walnut oil, walnut jam, and even walnut cosmetics have begun to be exported, bringing Moldova to the world. If you have the opportunity to visit, you should definitely join a walnut harvesting tour at a farm in the countryside. There you will be able to pick ripe walnuts yourself, learn about the processing process, and enjoy unique dishes made from this nut. The experience is not only a culinary journey, but also an opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of the bond between Moldovans and nature, a relationship that has been nurtured for centuries. Continuing our journey, we enter the world of wine, the national pride of Moldova. As one of the countries with a long tradition of wine production, Moldova owns Majestic, the largest wine cellar in the world, listed in the Guinness Book of Records. With a 200 kilometers long tunnel system, of which 55 kilometers are used to store more than 2 million bottles of wine, Majestic is like an underground city dedicated to wine lovers. The underground roads are named after famous grape varieties such as Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot or Fidiasca, creating a space that is both mysterious and luxurious. When you arrive at Majestic, you will be taken through underground corridors by car or bicycle, discovering precious bottles of wine dating back to 1969. The rich, delicate flavor of the wines here will captivate you, not only because of the quality, but also because of the story behind each bottle of wine. Next to Majestic, the Khiva wine cellar is also a destination not to be missed. With more than 70 kilometers of tunnel, Khiva is not only a place to store wine, but also a venue for international events. Legend has it that cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin once got lost in Khiva's wine maze, getting so drunk that he needed someone to help him after 2 days of sightseeing, a testament to the irresistible charm of Moldovan wine. Moldova also hosts National Wine Day every October, a 2-day festival where winemakers open their doors to visitors, offer free wine, and take visitors on bus tours of the vineyards. This is a chance to soak up the lively atmosphere and sample wines from 3 main producing regions: Val Louis Traian, Stefan Voda, and Cadru. Each region offers its own unique style, from rich, full-bodied reds to elegant, refreshing whites. This diversity has helped Moldova conquer even the most demanding palates. It is worth noting that Moldova used to be the wine warehouse of the Soviet Union, providing up to 50% of the wine consumed in this bloc. Despite facing difficulties when Russia banned Moldovan wine imports in 2006 and 2013, the country's wine industry has grown strongly, shifting to the European market and winning many international awards. Moreover, Moldova holds the record for the highest per capita alcohol consumption in the world, with 15.2 liters of pure alcohol per year in 2016. Wine, beer and spirits such as Divin, a local brandy, are all popular, reflecting the people's liberal lifestyle and passion for food. Moving on to a more profound perspective, Moldova is home to a special historical legacy: the Jewish cemetery in Chisinau, considered one of the largest Jewish cemeteries in Europe. With more than 20,000 graves, some dating back to the 17th century, the cemetery bears witness to the long-standing presence of the Jewish community in Moldova. Before World War II, Jews made up 10 to 15% of the population, contributing greatly to the country's culture, economy, and academia. However, the Holocaust claimed the lives of more than 60,000 Jews, leaving indelible scars. As you walk among the rows of moss-covered graves, with their ancient Hebrew inscriptions, you feel a reverent silence. Each grave tells a story, from the days of the vibrant Jewish community to the painful years of war. Despite being reduced in the 1950s and 1960s to make way for public buildings, the cemetery has retained its ancient character and historical value. Today, Moldova's Jewish community, which numbers around 10,000, is working to restore its heritage. Organizations such as Chabad and the Jewish Community Center in Chisinau have reopened synagogues, organized cultural events, and preserved the cemetery as an integral part of Moldova's history. The Jewish cemetery is not only a resting place, but also a reminder of the resilience of a people in the face of historical events. For those who love Jewish history and culture, this is a must-see destination, where you can feel the depths of Moldova's past and the intersection of cultures. Another unique aspect of Moldovan culture is the bathing of newborns, a custom with deep spiritual significance. Traditionally, a child's first bath is performed by the eldest woman in the paternal family, usually a grandmother or great-grandmother. This ritual is not only a hygienic act, but also a way to send good wishes to the child. The bath water is mixed with flowers, symbolizing a beautiful life, honey and milk for a sweet and smooth life, and a small amount of money, symbolizing prosperity. In Moldovan villages, the bathing of a newborn baby is a warm and intimate affair, attended by the whole family. Elders gently bathe the baby, singing traditional folk songs and wishing for health and happiness. This custom not only strengthens family ties, but also transmits cultural values from one generation to the next. Although modern society is gradually changing, many Moldovan families still preserve this ritual as a way to honor tradition and maintain family connections. Furthermore, this custom reflects the Moldovan people's respect for nature. Flowers, honey and milk, natural ingredients, are not only symbolic, but also reflect a lifestyle close to the earth. When participating in a baby shower, visitors will feel the warmth and hospitality of Moldovans, values that have shaped the country's identity. This is a profound cultural experience that brings you closer to the heart of Moldova. Moldova currently has only one UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Struve Geodetic Arc, a chain of survey points stretching from Norway to the Black Sea, built in the 19th century to measure the size and shape of the Earth. However, Moldova has other potential sites awaiting recognition, most notably the Orhil Vechi archaeological landscape and the characteristic Chernozem soils of the Balti Plain. Orhil Vechi, located on the Route River, is a stunning archaeological and historical complex. It includes 13th-century cave monasteries, ancient fortresses from the Dacian period, and remains of various civilizations, from the Ghetto Dacians to the Tatars. Steep cliffs, winding rivers, and ancient caves create a majestic landscape, making Orhil Vechi the Holy Land of Moldova. Visitors are fascinated not only by the natural beauty, but also by the historical stories engraved in each stone. Balti's Chernozem soil, considered the most fertile in the world, is another natural wonder. With over 2.5 million hectares of agricultural land out of a total area of 3.38 million hectares, Moldova has the highest proportion of arable land in Europe. This soil has nurtured crops such as grapes, walnuts and cereals, and shaped the agricultural lifestyle of its people. The richness of the soil is not only a source of life, but also a source of pride for Moldova, a testament to the favor that nature has bestowed upon this land. Although it only has one official World Heritage Site, wonders like Orhil Vechi and the Chernozem soils have helped to cement Moldova's reputation as a unique destination. They are an invitation to explore an ancient Europe where history and nature blend perfectly. Another surprise of Moldova is the presence of a Czech community, with the village of Mlănița in the Craioveni region being a prime example. In the 19th century, many families from Bohemia, now part of the Czech Republic, migrated to Moldova, bringing with them their culture, language and customs. Mlănița, founded by these migrants, still retains the character of a Czech village, with Central European-style houses, traditional dishes such as nedliki, Czech dumplings, and even festivals with a Czech twist. When you visit Mlănița, you will feel like you are in a small corner of the Czech Republic in the heart of Moldova. The locals, despite having assimilated into Moldovan culture, still speak Czech in their daily lives and organize events such as the Czech Culture Days, where you can enjoy folk music, traditional dances and typical dishes. The village is not only a unique destination, but also a testament to Moldova's cultural diversity, where different communities live together in harmony. In addition, Mlănița also attracts tourists by its peaceful rural landscape, with rolling barley fields and apple orchards. You can participate in activities such as making traditional cakes with the locals, learning how to cook Czech dishes, or simply taking a walk in the fresh air of the countryside. Visiting Mlănița is an opportunity to discover a little-known side of Moldova, where the history of migration and cultural exchange creates a colorful story. Moving on to a more modern aspect, Moldova stands out with its citizenship by investment program, which is considered one of the fastest in Europe. Through financial contributions to the economy, foreign investors can obtain Moldovan citizenship in just a few months. This program is especially attractive to those who want to own European citizenship to enjoy benefits such as freedom of movement within the Schengen area. With its strategic location between Eastern and Western Europe, Moldovan citizenship opens up many business and tourism opportunities. However, the program has also been controversial due to issues related to transparency and security. The Moldovan government is working to improve the process to ensure sustainability, while also leveraging the program to attract investment and promote economic development. Despite the challenges, the citizenship program has put Moldova on the map as an attractive destination for global investors, providing valuable capital to build the country's future. Unlike many other European countries, Moldova has a rural population of around 60%, with a total population of 2.6 million. Moldovan villages, with their pretty wooden houses, ancient wells and rolling fields, present a peaceful, rustic picture. The people here live close to nature, relying on agriculture and livestock for their livelihood. Products such as grapes, walnuts, corn and milk are produced on family farms, contributing to the rich Moldovan cuisine. However, rural life also faces many challenges. Economic hardship and high unemployment have caused many young people to leave their villages for opportunities abroad, leaving behind villages that are predominantly elderly. Organizations such as Caritas Czech Republic have implemented a variety of support programs, from home care to telemedicine, to improve the quality of life for the elderly. Still, the beauty of Moldovan villages remains a highlight. Visitors are greeted with home-cooked meals, glasses of homebrewed wine, and warm stories from the locals. Moldova's rural lifestyle also reflects the resilience and creativity of its people. From farming and raising livestock to celebrating traditional festivals, Moldovans have turned hardships into opportunities to preserve their cultural identity. As you walk through the tree-lined village streets, you will feel the slow pace of life, where time seems to stand still, bringing a rare sense of peace. Last but not least, Moldova has shown incredible compassion as a transit country for refugees. Since the outbreak of the Ukrainian conflict in February 2022, more than 700,000 refugees have crossed Moldova's borders, and around 100,000 are currently being hosted by the country. Despite being the poorest country in Europe, Moldova has opened its arms, providing shelter, food, and financial assistance to those in need. Organizations such as Caritas Czech Republic have played a major role in assisting refugees, from equipping reception centers to providing health services. However, the influx of refugees has also placed great strain on Moldova's infrastructure and economy. Many refugees choose to stay in Moldova to stay close to home, while others continue their journey to other European countries. Moldova's role as a humanitarian bridge not only demonstrates its hospitality, but also raises its profile in the international community. Furthermore, Moldova's humanitarian spirit is also reflected in the solidarity of its people. Many local families have opened their homes, sharing food and shelter with refugees. Volunteers, from children to the elderly, have worked together to support those fleeing war. These stories of kindness are not only heartwarming, but also a testament to the strength of the Moldovan community, a small country with a big heart. Moldova, though small and little known, is a treasure trove of wonders. From delicious walnuts and giant wine cellars to historic Jewish cemeteries, quaint Czech villages, and traditional customs, Moldova offers a rich cultural mosaic. A rural country with an open heart, Moldova welcomes visitors not only with its natural beauty and rich heritage, but also with its resilience and compassion, especially in its role in supporting refugees. Come to Moldova to discover a different Europe, where every walnut, every glass of wine, and every story is worth cherishing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment your feelings below to follow our next journeys. Welcome to an epic journey, an adventure through Singapore, a small island nation with the power to shock you, where dreams are not just dreamed but come true. From a remote fishing village on the coast, Singapore has grown into a global symbol of prosperity, innovation, and sustainability in less than a century. Are you ready to be captivated by 16 mythical, fascinating, and inspiring facts about Asia's most unique country? Buckle up, let your heart beat to the rhythm of the Lion City, and join us in exploring a world where size is never a limit. Number 16. The smartest city on the planet. The future is here in Singapore. Singapore is more than just a city, it's a smart ecosystem where technology is shaping the future and delivering unprecedented convenience. Under its Smart Nation initiative, the island nation uses the Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, AI, and big data to manage every aspect of urban life, from transportation to energy to waste management. Smart traffic systems adjust traffic lights in real time to avoid congestion, sensors monitor air quality and rainwater levels, and the Smart Nation mobile app allows residents to check train schedules, parking spaces, and even report incidents with a tap. Did you know? Singapore is testing robots patrolling parks, autonomous vehicles on the streets, and an underground automated waste management system. This is not science fiction, this is Singapore, where the future has become present. Want to know more about how Singapore is making itself the smartest city in the world? Number 15. Small but infinite size does not define strength. Nestled at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, Singapore covers just 728 square kilometers, smaller than New York City, or even a major city block in Tokyo. You can drive from east to west in less than 60 minutes, or walk across a few blocks and feel like you've traveled the world. But don't let that number fool you. In 1965, Singapore was just 580 square kilometers, but through ambitious land reclamation projects, the island nation has expanded dramatically, transforming swampland into bustling urban areas. Dramatic music, ocean waves blend. Previously, they had to import sand from Malaysia, Indonesia, and Cambodia, but now, with advanced soil recycling and materials technology, Singapore is completely self-sufficient, creating new land without relying on outside resources. This is more than just engineering, it is a miracle of vision and perseverance. From modern seaports to green residential areas, Singapore proves that size never limits strength. Number 14. Green Forest City Paradise, where nature kisses technology. Singapore is more than just a modern metropolis, it's a living jungle, where nature and technology blend in perfect harmony. Nearly 50% of the land area is covered by parks, sky gardens, and buildings that incorporate trees, a feat few cities in the world can match. The Singapore government requires that every new building have green space equal to or greater than the land area it occupies, transforming every street and building into a natural landscape. Imagine gardens by the bay, where 50 m tall super trees generate their own solar energy, harvest rainwater for irrigation, and light up like giant lamps at night. Or Jewel Changi Airport, where the world's tallest indoor waterfall, 40 m, is surrounded by a lush rainforest, making you forget you're in an airport. The Park Royal on Pickering, with its vertical forest-like hanging gardens, and parks like the UNESCO-listed Botanic Gardens are testaments to the city in a garden vision. Would you like to live in a place where every breath smells of greenery? Share your dream in the comments. Number 13. Dance of the Rain romance in every drop of water. Singapore, with its humid tropical climate, is home to more than 170 rainy days a year, one of the wettest places on the planet. Temperatures range from 25 to 31 degrees Celsius, and sudden downpours can turn a sunny day into a symphony of water, light, and freshness. But rains in Singapore are no obstacle. They are usually short, leaving behind crisp, cool air, and the occasional rainbow that dots the sky. Locals always carry umbrellas as companions, and visitors should follow this tip to enjoy the romance of the rain. Did you know? Thanks to an advanced rainwater harvesting system, Singapore recycles up to 40% of the clean water from these rains, turning every drop into a precious resource. Imagine standing under an umbrella, watching a rainbow appear over Marina Bay Sands. That's Singapore. Number 12. Cultural mosaic for languages. One Singlish soul with a population of 5.9 million in 2024, Singapore is a vibrant cultural mosaic where Chinese, Malays, Indians, and Eurasians live together in harmony, creating a community that is as vibrant as a rainbow after the rain. The island nation has 4 official languages: English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil, but the real star is Singlish, a unique English accent with phrases like law, lor, can or not, and steady law, sia. Singlish is more than just a language, it is the heartbeat of Singapore, the way people connect, laugh, and share their lives. Imagine walking into a hawker, ordering a cup of kopi, and saying, "Steady law, make it quick sia," the whole place will smile and treat you like family. Singlish is a cultural bridge, a way for Singapore to turn diversity into strength. Number 11. Economic powerhouse, living paradise, dream of millions. Despite its small size, Singapore is an economic giant and a leading global financial, technological, and commercial hub. With its safe, clean, and multicultural environment, the island nation is a magnet for millions of tourists, investors, and those who dream of an ideal life. From multinational corporations like Google and Apple to groundbreaking tech startups, from upscale shopping streets like Orchard to humble hawker centers with $3 Michelin fare, Singapore offers opportunities and a quality of life that few places can match. This is a place where you can work in a skyscraper, eat Hainanese chicken rice at a hawker, and watch the sunset by the Merlion all in one day. Singapore proves that strength lies not in size, but in vision, perseverance, and the ability to turn dreams into reality. Do you want to work, live, or just visit this paradise? Share your dreams with number 11. Number 10. The most expensive supercar in the world, a symbol of class and wealth. In Singapore, owning a car is more than just buying a car, it's a statement of class, wealth, and patience. A $200,000 Lamborghini Huracan in the US can cost up to $1 million here. The reason? The COE, a ticket that allows you to own a car for 10 years, costs up to $100,000, sometimes more than the car itself. Not to mention the 100% import tax, excise tax, and registration fees that drive up car prices. The result? Singapore has the most expensive cars in the world, but also the most convenient transportation, with a modern MRT and bus system that is loved by the people. This policy not only controls the number of cars, but also protects the environment, keeping the city breathing, even during rush hour. Imagine driving a Ferrari across the Helix Bridge, with Marina Bay Sands sparkling in the distance, but are you willing to pay the price for that dream? Do you dare to dream of a supercar in Singapore, or do you prefer to take the MRT and enjoy the convenience? Leave a comment with the number 10 to share. Number 9. Singaporean women: beauty, intelligence, and the power to move the world. Singaporean women are the epitome of perfection, delicate beauty with smooth skin, exquisite fashion sense from brands like Zara, Uniqlo to haute couture, combined with sharp intelligence and rare confidence. They speak many languages: English, Mandarin, Malay, Tamil, and are leaders in business, politics, science, and the arts. With the highest proportion of female leaders in Southeast Asia, and an average life expectancy of 85 years, Singaporean women are the epitome of healthy, modern living, and a balance between work, family, and personal passions. They are fashion-loving yet practical, strong yet gentle, modern yet respectful of tradition, from wearing traditional AO dye during festivals to leading multinational corporations. Did you know? Singaporean women are not just looking for love, but also for equality, honesty, and companionship in relationships. Imagine a date at a rooftop bar overlooking Marina Bay, where you chat with a smart, confident, and charming Singaporean girl. Want to know the secret to winning her heart? Leave a comment with the number 9 to get an exclusive tip. Number 8. The taste of life: morning kopi, evening milk tea, and the love of food. Walk into a coffee shop in Singapore and you'll be captivated by the heady aroma of kopi, roasted coffee with butter and sugar, mixed with condensed milk, with an unmistakable rich flavor. This isn't just a cup of coffee, it's Singapore's morning culture, often accompanied by fragrant kaya toast and soft-boiled eggs. But when the sun sets, bubble tea takes over, turning Singapore into a holy land for young people. From office workers, students, to couples, everyone is addicted to cups of milk tea from KOI, The Alley, or bubble tea, with long lines lining up to try new flavors like sea salt milk tea or fruit tea. There's even an app for ordering bubble tea to satisfy this addiction. Kopi is the start of the day, milk tea is the joy of the day, but above all, they are the taste of life in Singapore: simple, familiar, but full of charm. Imagine sitting at a hawker, sipping kopi, and listening to the people chatting in Singlish, that is the soul of Singapore. Will you choose kopi or milk tea when you come here? Leave a comment with the number 8 to share. Number 7. Clean as a dream: the nation of no trash, no landfills, only consciousness. Singapore is known as the cleanest country in the world, where you can hardly find a piece of trash on the street, although there are no trash cans on every corner. The sewers are so clean that fish swim, and the streets are washed with disinfectant every day, as if the city is renewing itself. Epic music, the sound of running water and birds littering. You can be fined $225 for the first time, or up to $88,000, and community service in front of a crowd for a repeat offender, a unique penalty that makes anyone think twice. The secret to this cleanliness is a strong sense of community, advanced recycling technology, and strict policies. Singapore recycles 98% of its construction waste, has no natural landfills, and even holds a National Cleanup Day, where people from students to the elderly come together to clean up their neighborhoods with pride. Imagine walking down Orchard Road, no litter, just fresh air and greenery. Do you know any place as clean as Singapore? Leave a comment with the number 7 to share. Number 6. Nightlife: lively but discreet, absolutely safe. Despite its reputation for strict laws, Singapore still has its own high-end entertainment districts where the nightlife is booming, but always safe and orderly. These areas are strictly managed by the government, operate discreetly, without much advertising, creating a unique balance between modernity and discipline. Mysterious music, light electronic music. You can dance at Clark Quay, enjoy cocktails at a rooftop bar overlooking Marina Bay Sands, or soak up the vibrant atmosphere without worrying about security. The interesting thing is that you may not even realize these areas exist, because they are so subtly managed without flashy billboards. This is how Singapore keeps its nightlife both vibrant and civilized. Can you guess where these areas are? Come to Singapore, explore, and share the experience with number 6. Number 5. Future lifestyle, scientific, active, and smart savings. Singaporeans live like they're in a sci-fi movie, perfectly punctual, focused, and full of energy. They start their day with fragrant kaya toast, soft-boiled eggs, and a cup of kopi, traveling on the modern MRT system, one of the best public transport systems in the world. After work, they enjoy life, jogging around Marina Bay with its glittering skyline, reading in a quiet cafe, or working out at 24/7 gyms. Despite an average annual income of $84,500, 2023, Singaporeans are still smart savers, hunting for discount tickets, using gift vouchers at supermarkets, and paying for everything with their phones via apps like PayLah or GrabPay. This is where you can buy the latest iPhone, but still queue for discounted movie tickets, a fascinating reality. Imagine standing on an escalator, following the rule of stand on the right, walk on the left, and feeling the scientific rhythm of Singapore. Do you want to experience this rhythm? Leave a comment with the number 5. Number 4. Travel paradise, small but contains the universe. Singapore is a small but world-class tourist destination where you can experience the universe in one country. Marina Bay Sands, with the world's highest infinity pool, offers the feeling of swimming in the sky while taking in panoramic views of the sparkling city. Sentosa Island is a paradise of beaches, theme parks, and Universal Studios with thrilling rides based on Transformers, Jurassic Park, or Minions. The Merlion, with the head of a lion and the body of a fish, is the symbol of Singapore, where you can take sunset photos with the modern skyline reflected on the water. There are 7 Merlion statues across Singapore, but the one in Merlion Park is the soul of the island, attracting millions of tourists every year. Want to try the skyline luge in Sentosa, glide down the slopes with the wind in your hair, or discover hidden Merlions? Leave a comment with number 4 to receive the ultimate travel tip. Number 3. Street food, UNESCO masterpiece, taste of Singapore's soul. Singapore's street food was recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage in 2020, and just one taste will tell you why it has conquered the world. Hainanese chicken rice, with tender poached chicken, rice cooked in fragrant chicken broth, and served with spicy chili dipping sauce, is the national dish that everyone loves. Chili crab, with a sweet and spicy sauce wrapped around fresh crab, is a masterpiece that Singaporeans are willing to queue for hours, even clearing their plates with fried dumplings. Laksa, with rich coconut milk, rice noodles, shrimp, and fragrant laksa leaves, is a perfect blend of Southeast Asian flavors. Char kway teow, with smoky stir-fried noodles, eggs, shrimp, and sweet black sauce, brings a light caramelized coating that is enchanting. Dining at a hawker center like Lau Pa Sat, Maxwell, or Newton is a must, where you can eat Michelin-starred dishes for just a few bucks. Imagine sitting in the bustling atmosphere, breathing in the aroma of the food, and feeling the soul of Singapore with every bite. Which dish do you want to try the most? Leave a comment with "yummy" to receive the list of the best hawker centers. Number 2. Festivals in full swing, Chinese New Year and Chingay, the sparkling soul of Singapore. Singapore is a cultural melting pot, and its festivals are a living testament to that vibrant diversity. Chinese New Year, the most important celebration for the Chinese community, who make up over 70% of the population, transforms the city into a sea of red lanterns, with spectacular fireworks exploding over Marina Bay, lucky red envelopes being handed out, and Chinatown's vibrant markets filled with red couplets and traditional sweets. Qingge, Southeast Asia's largest street parade, takes place after the New Year, featuring meter-high floats, graceful lion dances, spectacular circuses, and dazzling laser displays, attracting thousands of performers from around the world. This is more than just a festival, it's Singapore's way of telling its story of unity, creativity, and national pride. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of the crowd, immersing yourself in the music, and feeling the explosive energy of Qingge. Would you rather be immersed in Chinese New Year or Qingge? Leave a comment with the number 2 to share your festive dream. Number 1. Universal Passport, the key to open the world, the dream of millions. The Singapore passport is the king of passports, allowing citizens to travel to more than 190 countries and territories without a visa, far surpassing the US, UK, or any other superpower. With this passport, you can pack your suitcase, fly to Paris, Tokyo, or New York without worrying about complicated visa procedures, and even enter the US without an interview. But becoming a Singaporean citizen, it is a big challenge, like conquering a high mountain. Every year, more than 30,000 people apply for citizenship, but only 20% are accepted, because the government only chooses those who can contribute special value to the country, from talent, intelligence, to dedication. Singapore, small but strong, difficult to enter but desirable, is proof that a small country can create global influence. Imagine yourself holding a Singapore passport, walking through the immigration with a confident smile, and conquering the world. Would you rather own this passport or be a part of Singapore? Share your thoughts with number 1. We've been on a grand adventure through 16 mythical facts about Singapore, from the smartest city on the planet, to the urban jungle, to the culinary masterpieces, to the futuristic pace of life, to the explosive festivals, to the universal passport that opens doors to the world. This is more than just a country, it's a dream that comes to life, a story of perseverance, innovation, and the belief that nothing is impossible. Singapore is proof that size is never a limit, but heart and vision are what define strength. What do you love most about it? Leave a comment, share this video with your friends, and stay tuned for more amazing destinations. See you on the next journey in Singapore or somewhere else in the universe. Imagine a place where time seems to stand still, where snow-white mountains rise proudly to embrace quaint villages, and every street whispers tales of elegance, wealth, and uniqueness. Welcome to Andorra, a tiny principality nestled between France and Spain, nestled in the heart of the legendary Pyrenees. With an area of just 468 square kilometers, smaller than the city of Denver, Andorra is a world with no airports, no army, and one of the richest in Europe. Here, women climb mountains to go shopping, a tiny cup of coffee is sipped for half an hour, and 2 heads of state rule together even though they don't live here. Andorra is more than a destination, it's a living European dream, where nature, culture, and luxury come together to create an unforgettable experience. Join us as we explore this gem, where every moment is a story waiting to be told. Andorra is a living canvas, where every stroke tells a story of sophistication, exclusivity, and pride. With a population of just 82,686 in 2025, the Principality welcomes more than 10 million visitors a year, drawn by its duty-free shopping, world-class ski resorts, and slow, luxurious lifestyle. As the only country in the world with Catalan as its official language, Andorra has an unmistakable cultural identity. The tricolor flag, blue for peace, yellow for prosperity, red for strength, reflects the spirit of a small but proud nation. Discover the wonders that make Andorra so appealing, from its majestic nature, unique culture, to its luxurious experiences that can only be found here. When it comes to skiing in Europe, many people think of Switzerland or Austria, but Andorra is home to a true snowy paradise. Grand Valira, the largest ski resort in the Pyrenees, has more than 125 miles of runs, longer than the state of Delaware. This is the place for snow lovers to find their dream, with slopes suitable for beginners and experts alike. Unlike the crowded resorts in France or Switzerland, Grand Valira offers a spacious, friendly atmosphere and breathtaking mountain views that will make you forget all your worries. Skiing here is more than just a sport, it's the beating heart of Andorra, the way people embrace the magical winter. Every February, the Grand Valira Snow Festival transforms the area into a wonderland with outdoor concerts, dazzling light shows on the snow, and dramatic skiing competitions. In October of even-numbered years, the Andorra Land Art Festival wows visitors as artists from across Europe transform snow, stone, grass, and water into natural masterpieces. Grand Valira is more than just a destination, it's a winter wonderland, inviting you to immerse yourself in the timeless beauty of the Pyrenees and explore its enchanting snowy trails. Andorran women are a living symbol of beauty and strength, tempered by the Pyrenees. They are not ostentatious or trend-driven, but exude natural elegance with a strong physique and confident demeanor. In a country where every street is a steep hill, going to the market becomes an outdoor workout. Climbing the mountains to shop, carrying vegetables, fruit, or even a case of wine, Andorran women possess the strength and agility of Rocky Mountain athletes. They are not caught up in modern fast fashion, preferring hand-woven woolen dresses, vintage scarves, and natural-inspired outfits, reminiscent of 19th-century European ladies stepping out of oil paintings. During festivals, they wear traditional Catalan dress, pleated skirts, embroidered aprons, and headscarves, creating a picture of past and present. But their beauty is more than just their looks. Nearly 70% of Andorran women have steady jobs, from running fragrant bakeries to relaxing spas to managing mountain lodges with valley views. Living in a multicultural environment, they are often fluent in 2 to 4 languages, from Catalan, Spanish, to French and English, making them engaging conversationalists. If you find yourself in Andorra on April 23rd, pack a rose for the Sant Jordi Festival, a romantic and intellectual version of Valentine's Day, where men give women flowers and women return the favor with a book. Andorran women are more than just beautiful, they are the embodiment of independence, sophistication, and a free spirit, like the wind that blows through the Pyrenees. If there's one country that makes you say unbelievable because of its unique political system, it's Andorra. What makes it different? The principality has 2 heads of state, called co-princes, and neither of them lives in Andorra. This model dates back to 1278, when a historic agreement called the Peerage was signed between the Bishop of Urgell and the Count of Foix, laying the foundations for an unprecedented system of leadership. Today, the President of France takes over the role of Count of Foix, representing modern secular power, while the Bishop of Urgell of Spain represents Catholic and spiritual traditions. 2 co-princes, 2 nationalities, 2 roles, but working together to protect the peace and sovereignty of Andorra for nearly 800 years. This model is not only a political feat, but also a symbol of the balance between tradition and modernity, between the spiritual and the secular. It helps Andorra maintain stability, independence, and a unique identity in a turbulent world. The co-princely system not only amazes scholars and politicians, but also fascinates tourists, who come here to discover a small country with an influence far beyond its size. Andorra, where history and future meet in wonderful harmony. Summer in Andorra is the time to immerse yourself in ancient folk dances and none is more enchanting than the Bal de Santa Ana. If you head to towns like Ordino or encamp during the Festa Major, you'll witness one of the oldest and most graceful dances in Europe. Dating back to the 17th century, the Bal de Santa Ana brings together generations of people, from giggling children to thoughtful elders, holding hands in a circle, swaying to the rhythm of accordions and wooden flutes. The melodies are as gentle as a fairy tale, and set against the backdrop of the majestic Pyrenees. The slow steps and gentle circling of the village square are a symbol of unity and simple joy. Traditional dress adds to the poetry. Men wear white shirts, red belts, and short trousers. Women wear long skirts, lace blouses, and embroidered aprons, like figures from European oil paintings. With a backdrop of distant snowy mountains, blooming wildflowers, and ancient stone houses, the Bal de Santa Ana is more than a dance. It is the breath of Andorran culture, an invitation to immerse yourself in an ancient and enchanting world. The dance not only preserves heritage, but also celebrates the connection between people and nature. Don't let Andorra's small size fool you. It's home to some of Europe's most dazzling festivals, where the joy of life explodes in every moment. On January 17th, the Escudella de Sant Antoni Festival invites everyone to enjoy a piping hot escudella soup, made from meat, beans, and vegetables, made according to a traditional recipe. The special thing: it's free for everyone, including tourists. In the bitter cold of winter, people gather in the square to share a warm bowl of soup, creating a sense of family. When night falls, ancient fire dances and traditional masks turn the space into a fairy tale party in the middle of the mountains and forests, where firelight dances along with legendary stories. In the summer, from July to August, the Festa Major, the biggest event of the year, takes place in every parish. Each village has its own day, but all are resplendent with lively parades, folk dances, tug-of-war games, wooden bullfights, and emotional traditional wedding dances. People dress in their splendid Pyrenean costumes, fluttering skirts, embroidered vests, colorful scarves, that seem to have come straight out of a century-old folk painting. The Festa Major is more than just a festival, it's a celebration of joy, where strangers become friends, and every smile is a lasting memory. These festivals not only revive traditions, but are also Andorra's way of sharing its culture with the world. In Andorra, coffee is more than just a drink, it's a ritual, a way to connect with the soul and enjoy every moment. An espresso here is only 2 to 3 ounces, smaller than an Italian, but Andorrans can sip it for half an hour, as if time doesn't exist. There are no takeout coffees, no paper cups, no rush. Despite being sandwiched between France and Spain, two countries famous for their espresso and café au lait, Andorra has developed its own style of coffee drinking, small, strong, and poetic. Coffee is always accompanied by local pastries, light conversation, and sometimes art. Many of Andorra's cafes display paintings and sculptures, transforming the space into small galleries in the middle of the mountain town. The most magical thing is that Andorrans enjoy coffee at any time, early in the morning to start the day, in the afternoon to admire the mountains, or after dinner with a cup of anisette as a ritual to close the day. Andorra's coffee culture is not about size or ostentation, but about peace, slowness, and hospitality. A small cup of coffee, but a world of culture, is an invitation to stop, breathe, and feel the beauty of life. Perched at over 3,300 feet, Escaldes-en-Gordony is the luxurious heart of Andorra, where luxury and nature blend seamlessly. It's home to Caldea, Europe's largest thermal spa, a nearly 260-foot-high glass structure that shimmers like a crystal castle in the mountains. Caldea's warm, natural mineral waters are said to relax muscles, improve health, and leave skin silky smooth, drawing in those who seek high-end health and beauty treatments. Nearby, the Museu Carmen Thyssen Andorra is an art treasure trove, showcasing works from Monet to Goya, bringing the breath of Paris to the Pyrenees. The Caldea Fountain, with its evening light and water show, is the perfect place to unwind after a day of exploring. Il Carlimani, Andorra's largest shopping mall, is where you can find luxury brands like Cartier and Rolex, as well as mainstream labels like Mango and Zara. The grey granite houses of Escaldes and Gordony are a symbol of endurance and mountain spirit, creating a space that is both luxurious and ancient. This is where you can enjoy ultimate relaxation, appreciate art, and immerse yourself in the beauty of Andorra. With fewer than 80,000 residents and more than 100,000 registered vehicles, Andorra boasts one of the highest rates of car ownership in the world. Thanks to low import taxes, residents can easily own luxury SUVs or European sports cars for 15 to 25% less than in Paris or Barcelona. Despite the heavy traffic, Andorra remains one of the quietest and most orderly countries in Europe. There are no honking horns, no traffic jams, and the winding mountain roads are a paradise for speed enthusiasts, giving the feeling of driving through a living painting. Despite the lack of trains or highways, Andorrans do not feel deprived. Short distances, neat infrastructure, and a smart parking system make life convenient. In Andorra La Vella, you can use an app to check and book parking in real time, like reserving a table at a fancy restaurant. Some parking lots are built underground or in the mountains, with roofs covered with solar panels, looking like eco-parks from afar. Electric cars are becoming more popular, with incentives like free parking in town and support for home charging stations. Andorra even has dedicated electric car roads, leading to charging stations designed like wooden cabins in the woods, reflecting the small, delicate, and unique spirit of the principality. Andorra La Vella, Europe's smallest capital in terms of area, is a gem nestled in the Pyrenees, where vibrancy and antiquity blend. The streets are so clean they're called golf courses without potholes, traffic flows smoothly, and there's no honking of horns. Thanks to low taxes, cars are much cheaper than in France or Spain, allowing nearly every resident to own at least one vehicle, from luxury SUVs to imported sports cars. The city has an old-world charm with grey granite houses and dark brown wood, mixed with modern buildings and bustling shopping centers, creating a perfect balance of old and new. During the day, residents stroll the streets, sip aromatic espressos outdoors, and gaze out at the people and the mountains. At night, the glittering lights of the bars, live music, and street festivals transform Andorra La Vella into a charming destination that rivals the larger cities. The Casa de la Vall, Andorra's oldest parliament building, is a symbol of the proud independence of the Principality, preserving nearly 800 years of history. Andorra La Vella is more than just the capital, it's the cultural heart of the city, where past and present come together to create a symphony of vibrancy and elegance. In the heart of modern Europe, the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Madrid-Parafita-Clara Valley is a living wonder where man and nature blend together as they did hundreds of years ago. There are no supermarkets, no five-star hotels, just ancient stone houses, lush green terraces, crystal-clear mountain lakes, and pristine trails. Every step in this valley is like turning a page on Andorran agriculture since the 13th century, where life was simple but meaningful. The 11th century church of Saint Joan de Caselles, with its stone arches, tiled roofs, and bell tower, looks like it came straight out of an ancient European painting, leaving visitors in awe of its timeless beauty. Despite its small size of less than 200 square miles, Andorra boasts a number of unique museums, from a perfume museum to a comic book museum to an old post office museum, each telling its own story about the Principality's culture. In particular, a Salvador Dali sculpture in the Nostra Senora del Tolo Square makes the valley not only beautiful but also a viral check-in spot on social media thanks to its irresistible surrealism. The Madria-Parafita-Clara Valley is more than just a destination, it's a journey back in time, where you can feel the breath of history and the peace of nature. Andorran cuisine is a symphony of mountains, culture, and hospitality, where every dish tells a story of tradition and love. The Principality doesn't follow global fast food trends. There's no McDonald's in Andorra, but you won't feel deprived. Craft burgers made from local beef, creamy sheep's cheese, and artisanal bread are quintessentially Andorran, rustic, authentic, and rich. In winter, nothing beats a steaming bowl of escudella, the national festive soup, simmered with a variety of meats, beans, and vegetables according to a centuries-old recipe to warm both body and soul. Trinksat, a simple dish of potatoes, cabbage, and cured meats, offers the warmth of a mountain hug. On weekends, Andorrans often leave the city for picnics in the woods, bringing along sweet wine, artisanal cheese, and coca massagata, a traditional pastry served only during festivals. In Andorra, food is more than just something to eat, it's a way to connect people, preserve identity, and celebrate the beauty of life. Every meal is an invitation to slow down, savor, and appreciate the richness of mountain culture. Andorra is more than just a country, it's a philosophy of life, one that strikes the perfect balance between nature, people, and culture. The Principality has no airports, no army, and not even a prison, yet it boasts one of the highest per capita incomes in the world and an average life expectancy of nearly 84 years. With its famously tax-free policy, Andorra attracts entrepreneurs, artists, and those seeking a slow, clean, and luxurious lifestyle. The official language, Catalan, is unique, making Andorra the only country in the world where it is spoken. The tricolor flag, blue, yellow, red, is not only the national symbol, but also a reminder of the peace, prosperity, and strength of this tiny principality. Andorra has managed to strike a balance between tradition and modernity, nature and development, tranquility and excitement. From the snowy slopes of Gran Valira and quaint villages like Ordino to the tiny cafes and bustling shopping streets, Andorra is proof that a small country can do big things. This is a place where you can ski in the morning, shop tax-free in the afternoon, and relax in a crystal spa in the snowy mountains at night, all in the same day. Andorra, a small principality with a world of wonder, where every moment is an invitation to explore. From the snow-capped slopes of Gran Valira and the ancient villages of Ordino where time stands still, to the slow-paced cafe culture, duty-free shopping haven, and mountain cuisine, Andorra is proof that beauty doesn't need size to shine. This is a place where nature, history, and luxury come together, where you can find peace in the mountains and excitement in the bustling streets. Andorra is more than just a destination, it's an inspiration, a reminder that life can be both simple and brilliant. We hope this journey has sparked a desire in you to set foot in the jewel of the Pyrenees, to experience the magic of the Principality for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share our videos to spread the beauty of Andorra to everyone. See you on the next adventure, where new stories await. Hello everyone, today we will explore a country located in the middle of the Arctic Ocean, where majestic nature and rich culture blend together. That is Iceland, a small island nation but contains countless interesting things. From majestic volcanoes, spectacular waterfalls to long-standing Viking traditions, Iceland is a great destination for those who love to explore. If you find this information interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below this video. Iceland, an island nation in the North Atlantic, is a special destination not only because of its majestic nature but also because of its unique geographical location. Surrounded by the sea, Iceland is located between Greenland and Europe, giving this country a wonderful combination of wild natural landscapes and the influence of great cultures. With an area of about 103,000 square kilometers, Iceland is one of the largest countries in the world, but has a modest population of only about 370,000 people, making Iceland one of the least populated countries in the world. This means that the space is large and less affected by crowding, creating a spacious and pleasant living environment. The capital Reykjavik is the political, cultural and economic center of Iceland. The city is notable for its harmonious combination of modern buildings and long-standing historical relics. Reykjavik is not only the largest city but also a symbol of Iceland, a center of commerce, entertainment and scientific research. Famous architectural works such as Hallgrímskirkja Church, art museums, and modern design neighborhoods create a dynamic and creative living space. In addition to Reykjavik, other cities such as Akureyri and Keflavik also play an important role in Iceland's economy and culture. Akureyri, known as the capital of the North, is the second largest city in Iceland and an important commercial center of the North Iceland region. Keflavik, located near the international airport, is also a popular tourist destination, especially with its convenient location for international flights. These cities, together with Reykjavik, form a well-developed and closely linked urban network within the national economy. Iceland, an island nation located in the North Atlantic Ocean, is known for its wild and majestic natural beauty, and is one of the most attractive destinations in the world. Dubbed the Kingdom of Volcanoes and Ice, Iceland is not only famous for its unique natural landscapes, but also for its concentration of many interesting geological phenomena, making it an ideal destination for those who are passionate about exploring nature and natural phenomena. One of the factors that makes Iceland a tourist attraction is its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire. This is a land of geological energy, home to many active volcanoes. Therefore, Iceland is a place where tourists can witness special geological activities, from erupting volcanoes to natural hot springs. These landscapes are not only beautiful but also bring visitors a sense of magic and mystery, making visitors always want to come back to discover new things. Gullfoss waterfall is one of the famous and must-see places when coming to Iceland. With a powerful stream of water pouring down from a great height, Gullfoss waterfall not only offers a majestic sight, but is also an ideal place to admire the wild beauty of nature. The water jets shoot up into the air, creating shimmering rainbows under the sunlight, creating a beautiful picture. In particular, Gullfoss is part of the Golden Circle, a famous tourist route that visitors often visit when coming to Iceland. Along with Gullfoss waterfall, Jökulsárlón Glacier Lake is a must-see destination. This lake was formed from the melting of icebergs from the Vatnajökull Glacier, one of the largest glaciers in Europe. The icebergs floating on the water create a magical scene, with clear water and ice blocks sparkling in the sunlight. This is not only one of the most beautiful photography locations in Iceland, but also a place for visitors to participate in activities such as boating on the glacial lake, admiring the magical beauty of nature. In addition, the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, which became famous after its eruption in 2010, is also a powerful symbol of Iceland. Although not very active today, the mountain's magnificence still attracts the attention of tourists from all over the world. Eyjafjallajökull is one of the most famous volcanoes in recent history, as its eruption caused major disruptions to global air traffic. However, thanks to its popularity, Eyjafjallajökull has become a popular tourist destination, where visitors can learn about volcanic phenomena and enjoy the beautiful surrounding scenery. Places like Gullfoss, Jökulsárlón and Eyjafjallajökull are not only iconic images of Iceland, but also clearly demonstrate the magical natural beauty that this country has to offer. Iceland attracts tourists not only by the majestic beauty of volcanoes, ice and waterfalls, but also by the perfect combination of wild nature and unique geological phenomena. These beautiful landscapes are not only Iceland's natural heritage, but also an endless source of inspiration for those who love to explore the natural world. Iceland is a republic with a democratic political system, in which the president is the head of state, but the real executive power lies with the prime minister and the government. The political system in Iceland places great emphasis on the participation of the people in important decisions, which is evident in free and fair elections. The Icelandic government places great emphasis on building a fair and prosperous society. This country is famous for its free education system, from primary to university, giving all citizens the opportunity to access high-quality education without having to worry about financial problems. In addition, Iceland's health system is also very advanced, providing comprehensive health care services to its people, ensuring the best quality of life. Iceland is also a country that consistently ranks first in gender equality indexes, with policies that support women and men to have equal opportunities in all areas. The quality of life in Iceland is always high, creating favorable conditions for people to develop comprehensively. Icelandic women are not only known for their independence and strength, but they are also pioneers in the fight for gender equality. Iceland was the first country in the world to achieve the highest level of gender equality, and women here have played an important role in all areas of society. One of the remarkable things is that Icelandic women not only participate in traditional jobs, but also appear in high-ranking leadership positions, from politics to art, science and sports. They are always given the conditions to develop and demonstrate their talents, without being constrained by any gender stereotypes. Icelandic politics has seen historic milestones in women's leadership. Vigdis Finnbogadóttir, Iceland's first female president, was the first woman in the world to be democratically elected president and served 4 terms in office. This not only affirms the important role women play in building and shaping the country's future, but also demonstrates equality in all areas. Beyond politics, Icelandic women have also made a lasting impact on culture and the arts. Björk, one of the world's most famous singers, is a symbol of boundless creativity and originality. Icelandic women are not only mothers and wives, but also artists, leaders, and change-makers. In Iceland, they are free to express themselves, develop their careers, and contribute significantly to the overall prosperity of the country. If you find this information interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below this video. Iceland, a small but dynamic country, has a thriving economy based on 3 main industries: fishing, renewable energy, and tourism. Fishing plays a major role in Iceland's economy, as the country has abundant marine resources that supply a large amount of seafood to the international market. However, in recent years, tourism has emerged as a key economic sector. The unique natural landscapes, from volcanoes to waterfalls to glacial lakes, attract millions of visitors each year. Tourism not only contributes a large part to Iceland's GDP, but also creates thousands of jobs for local people. Iceland has a wide range of activities to offer, from admiring the unspoiled natural beauty to adventurous activities such as mountain climbing, exploring giant icebergs, or bathing in natural hot springs. The combination of majestic nature and outdoor activities has made Iceland a must-see destination for those who love to explore and experience new things. One special thing that Iceland is proud of is the use of renewable energy. Iceland is one of the leading countries in developing and using renewable energy, with 2 main energy sources being geothermal and hydroelectricity. This energy source not only helps Iceland meet its domestic energy consumption needs, but also contributes to environmental protection. Hydroelectric and geothermal plants in Iceland have become a model in developing sustainable energy. This renewable energy system not only helps reduce carbon emissions, but also brings long-term benefits to both the economy and the environment. With the combination of majestic nature, sustainable economy, and renewable energy development policy, Iceland is not only an attractive destination but also a model for other countries in protecting the environment and developing the economy in a sustainable way. Although Iceland is a developed country with a sustainable economy, it is not immune to the challenges that all countries face. Climate change is a major problem, affecting not only Iceland's natural ecosystems, but also key industries, such as agriculture and fisheries. In addition, environmental protection and sustainable development are always the top concerns of the Icelandic government. Extreme weather events, such as rising temperatures and sea levels, have begun to impact low-lying areas, threatening communities and infrastructure. However, Iceland has potential advantages to effectively address these challenges. With its great tourism potential, Iceland can take advantage of the green industry to develop its economy in a sustainable way. Tourism, which has become a major economic sector, not only helps generate a large source of income, but also promotes the protection and preservation of natural wonders. In addition, Iceland is a pioneer in using renewable energy, such as geothermal energy and hydropower, to provide electricity and reduce carbon emissions. This shows that developing a green economy, combined with environmental protection, can completely go hand in hand with the development of the country. With policies on environmental protection and sustainable development, Iceland can become a model for other countries in developing the economy while protecting nature and resources. The history and culture of Iceland are strongly linked to the Vikings, who settled on the island in the 9th century. The presence of the Vikings not only had a strategic and social impact, but also left a deep mark on Icelandic culture. One of the most obvious manifestations of this influence is the famous literary works, especially Islandingasögur, a chronicle of the lives of medieval Icelandic families. These stories not only have historical value but also contain mystical elements and are rich in heroes, adventures, and traditional cultural values. These works have created a solid foundation for Icelandic literature, contributing to building a unique cultural heritage and having a great influence on the world. In 1944, Iceland officially became an independent country after separating from Denmark, marking an important turning point in the country's political history. Since then, Iceland has continuously developed and strengthened its distinct cultural identity. Besides literature, music and art are also particularly prominent areas in Icelandic culture. Famous artists such as Björk have brought Icelandic music to the world, with creative and unique styles that combine traditional and modern elements. Björk, with her personal albums, has become a global cultural icon, enriching Iceland's artistic heritage. Icelandic culture has therefore not only preserved traditional values, but also thrived in the modern era. The capital Reykjavik is the political, cultural, and economic center of Iceland. The city is notable for its harmonious combination of modern buildings and long-standing historical relics. Reykjavik is not only the largest city, but also a symbol of Iceland, a center of commerce, entertainment, and scientific research. Famous architectural works such as Hallgrímskirkja Church, art museums, and modern design neighborhoods create a dynamic and creative living space. In addition to Reykjavik, other cities such as Akureyri and Keflavik also play an important role in Iceland's economy and culture. Akureyri, known as the capital of the North, is the second largest city in Iceland and an important commercial center of the North Iceland region. Keflavik, located near the international airport, is also a popular tourist destination, especially with its convenient location for international flights. These cities, together with Reykjavik, form a well-developed and closely linked urban network within the national economy. Gullfoss waterfall is one of the famous and must-see places when coming to Iceland. With a powerful stream of water pouring down from a great height, Gullfoss waterfall not only offers a majestic sight, but is also an ideal place to admire the wild beauty of nature. The water jets shoot up into the air, creating shimmering rainbows under the sunlight, creating a beautiful picture. In particular, Gullfoss is part of the Golden Circle, a famous tourist route that visitors often visit when coming to Iceland. Along with Gullfoss waterfall, Jökulsárlón Glacier Lake is a must-see destination. This lake was formed from the melting of icebergs from the Vatnajökull Glacier, one of the largest glaciers in Europe. The icebergs floating on the water create a magical scene, with clear water and ice blocks sparkling in the sunlight. This is not only one of the most beautiful photography locations in Iceland, but also a place for visitors to participate in activities such as boating on the glacial lake, admiring the magical beauty of nature. In addition, the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, which became famous after its eruption in 2010, is also a powerful symbol of Iceland. Although not very active today, the mountain's magnificence still attracts the attention of tourists from all over the world. Eyjafjallajökull is one of the most famous volcanoes in recent history, as its eruption caused major disruptions to global air traffic. However, thanks to its popularity, Eyjafjallajökull has become a popular tourist destination, where visitors can learn about volcanic phenomena and enjoy the beautiful surrounding scenery. Iceland has a wide range of activities to offer, from admiring the unspoiled natural beauty to adventurous activities such as mountain climbing, exploring giant icebergs, or bathing in natural hot springs. The combination of majestic nature and outdoor activities has made Iceland a must-see destination for those who love to explore and experience new things. One special thing that Iceland is proud of is the use of renewable energy. Iceland is one of the leading countries in developing and using renewable energy, with two main energy sources being geothermal and hydroelectricity. This energy source not only helps Iceland meet its domestic energy consumption needs, but also contributes to environmental protection. Hydroelectric and geothermal plants in Iceland have become a model in developing sustainable energy. This renewable energy system not only helps reduce carbon emissions, but also brings long-term benefits to both the economy and the environment. With the combination of majestic nature, sustainable economy, and renewable energy development policy, Iceland is not only an attractive destination but also a model for other countries in protecting the environment and developing the economy in a sustainable way. Iceland, with its combination of majestic natural wonders and a sustainable economy, is a model country in environmental protection and economic development. Despite facing challenges such as climate change, Iceland has been taking solid steps to maintain the balance between development and nature protection. Renewable energy policies, along with a green tourism industry, have not only helped the country overcome difficulties, but also opened the path to sustainable development for other countries. From these successes, Iceland is a clear proof that economic development does not necessarily have to be at the expense of environmental protection. If you love the information about Iceland and want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave comments below the video. We look forward to receiving your comments and questions. Do you know where the pristine beauty has been preserved after thousands of years? Where history and legend blend together to create a vivid picture in the heart of the Central Asian desert. That is Uzbekistan, a mysterious gem lying quietly under the brilliant golden sunlight of the ancient Silk Road. From ancient cities like Samarkand, Bukhara to Khiva, where time seems to stand still, Every step you take on this land will touch untold stories, secrets waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to embark on a journey to discover the land where the past and present become one? Don't miss the chance to experience the pristine beauty and genuine soul of Uzbekistan. What do you think about this unique country? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Uzbekistan is located in the heart of Central Asia, a landlocked country surrounded by Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan. With its strategic location on the ancient Silk Road, Uzbekistan was once an important bridge between East and West, connecting cultures, trade, and glorious history. The diverse terrain from vast deserts,